Hello, replay viewer. Thank you for connecting. I am Ami, broadcasting from Far East Japan. Hi, thank you for joining. I have a Wednesday, actually a rainy day here in Far East. So today is the Wellness Wisdom Wednesday. Hello, thank you for stopping by. And I am sharing about the energy wisdom from culture that I came from, which is Japan. And if you're familiar with the Japanese healing modality, Reiki, or Qigong, this word, Qi, and you may be familiar with the how you're going to use the energy. That particular Qi is Japanese. Reiki is something to do with the energy. So word containing this symbol character is relation to the energy. And in Japanese wording, there's so many of this type of energy words. So I like to share some idea that to noticing that non-physical, invisible energy as an word to identifying it, so then we can use it as a tool for bettering. Become aware of something that consciously choosing and connecting and disconnecting and use it for bettering. So that's what the idea as an awareness wisdom Wednesday here. And I chose the seven different words that absolutely we can manage with our personal power to choose. Some energy words are more connected to the universe, so then requires larger amount of energy to redirect. So it's easier for us to become aware and use as a tool for something that our attention moves our energy, and the way to give our attention and to change and to create the better outcome with the choice. And there's a 7 word that I chose here, and each week I'm sharing one word and then digging into that, what we can do with each energy chakra, like the root chakra to the crown chakra, with the particular way to connect with the invisible energy. So then maybe some new way to connect or disconnect, that's something that help us become more aware of our strengths and our weaknesses. So that's what the idea is. And let me connect. It's very humid here. I had a huge lunch today and kind of so stuffed right now. And shifting some energy with burning incense, which is really nice. I chose that nice quality one for just setting the energy for the middle of the week, the hump day, especially like expecting a storm and heavy rains. And so at least to invite in the calmer energy here to become aware for something useful for our conscious creation. Okay, and here seems like very slow here. The device get hotter. Okay, the energy word of this week is this one. Again, this is the character called Bun. meaning a part of something, the part of whole. We are always part of something, universe or community or family or relatedness, or our mind is part of our whole being. So that's the part, pie, portion of that. And energy and this part is kibun. Kibun. This word is meaning for the mood. Mood. So when we feel a good mood, that is like being part of some energy. So being part of the environment. When we have a bad mood, then kibun, yes. So when we feel the bad mood, and then what we can do with our power is to choose the environment that to help to turn it into a better mood, better kibun, good kibun. Since we only can change ourselves, not the world around us, we can influence it. But the wise way to use that signal from our mood, which is sort of like emotion, and this kibun is more being influenced by the atmosphere, nuance of people around us, the world around us being part of that energy, kibun. That's what we feel as an emotion, mood. So let me check what I wrote here for mood, kibun. I think that last week was also kibun. So in the sense that I've been in the middle of the storm, typhoon is coming and going, and expecting the rain and high humidity, and that kibun, being part of the weather, regional location, is kind of very negative, maybe some people really love the storm, but I'm more likely familiar with the California weather, like sun shining, dry, powerful sun. So my kibun today was really like up and down, being part of this expecting typhoon weather. So what I can do to shift the kibun in a good way is to choose the incense that gives a favorite aroma all around before connecting you here, and also to having some cold drink here to just to making myself comfortable, like going to a favorite restaurant for lunch to just pump by myself, because it is hard for me to change the weather, right? But being part of it, so at least use a personal power to boost in treating the mood in more aligned to the peace and calm and mindfulness states. So that's the kibun. It's a mood, and it's part of the energy. So this example is like a weather is a big part of the energy today, and high male, and sometimes it's the family member, or maybe it's the workplace, or the teams or community. These are also environment, and showing as in a mood, kibun. And then perhaps it's a good idea to change own state, to remove yourself, or to focus in self to something really helping us becoming more mindfulness states, such as to just tasting something, that little tiny things helps to chewing gums, to refreshing the environment under mask, for example, if you're still wearing the mask, or anything that put in some favorite cologne, or using the soap that to make you feel uplifting, like good mood, feeding, uplifting kind of tool that immediately we can use. That is that mood, kibun booster, you know. And then we can choose to disconnect to the environment if we can. But if it is hard, like a work team or a group of organization you are obligated to be part of, and then it perhaps it's very difficult to change entire dynamic that way you connect to. So if that's the case, at least you just protect and clear the boundary and to maintain the good mood, kibun. No matter what's happening, I am managing my own kibun, but it's hard. So it's really like consciously shifting and cutting the code or changing dynamic and shield with the full of mindfulness states. That, in other words, it's the psychic defense. If you are very empath, then it's very easy being part of that collective energy, being influenced by that. And your kibun, mood is up and down and wavy. So it's just having a good place to coming back to own mindfulness alignment, which is asking yourself what excites you most, what makes you happy, exciting, feel good, and then having the tool that immediately you can align to that energetic state from within, because the kibun mood is influenced by the world around us. So within our favorite alignment is the powerful choice, unless otherwise it's very difficult. And then it's impossible to cut the code because we are part of energy, part of universe, part of the world around us all of the time. So knowing that fact and then checking the mood and then direct your energy towards a useful way, which is to work on inner happy, joy, calm, peace, finding the tools that anything that healthy way that allow you to be in alignment. So the first energy center with the good kibun mood is that to stable, feeling stable, being part of it, and solid, feel belong to. Yay, that's good. It's to get together and it's like a oneness. It's more power. Feel more secure about what we are and what you are and what I am being together. Like here, like I feel so connected and then feel grounded with the kibun instead of me just one person talking. That's one way to enjoy it, but that's the root energy with kibun. Together feel more secure, feeling connected. And second energy center, color orange, is playful, central, and creativity to co-create and experience joy, pleasure. That's the second energy center. So with being part of kibun, when if it's a bad kibun, being part of, being in a relationship and feeling like your creativity is repressed or feeling off to expressing the creative juice out of yourself, or somehow you got to hold the pressure that's supposed to be creative and shareable, and then you may need to work on that, which the part of being the whole, in case that one-on-one relationship, and then that two of you relationship dynamic might be deserving attention. For no need to repressing yourself, but finding the way that being what we are and what the other person is, and to co-create joy together, finding a new way to integrate that availability to co-create. That's what that kibun is showing, which way you can use it. And the third energy center with kibun is self-love, respect, self-respect, and independent. So when you notice bad kibun, and then trust in your own value to change the environment. Maybe it's time to change the job or company or the client that you are being part of, for thinking of the balance, or whatever the benefit that being there, but your sense of self is kind of not clicking, bad kibun, then something is alerting you to change whatever your way of connecting or your way of being part of. There's a choice, right? So that's the kibun with the third energy center. And the fourth energy center, which is the love, compassion, sharing, nurturing, is the generosity, compassionate, and sharing with the kibun. When we are able to share compassionate and then being received as the way that being useful and feeling sort of like feeling contributing, that's a good kibun, mood, that being part of that. Sometimes when you feel like a give, but feeling no return, not expecting a return, but feels like give and take balance is off, and then perhaps the kibun is not so good, the mood. So you can check on your mood when you are sharing, nurturing, giving, and how this feel is the mood. Is this good mood or bad mood? So that's the way to check on the heart, fourth energy center. And the fifth energy center, throat chakra, color blue with kibun, is clarity and receptivity, timing, expressing timing. So being part of that energy is to communicate. There isn't a skill needed, isn't it? I'm so timing is really off. Like when I want to say something and like jump rope, like waiting and then miss the timing to expressing it. That's one of the reasons that I became a specialist for communication for commercial, that to composing it is the way to expressing it. That's my profession, but still the personal voice or when feeling an idea, the timing is really important, especially this kibun. Is that when you miss the timing and then kibun is really like off, it's bad, and and it's a skill, so you got to practice it. When you're noticing that always feels like the word is getting away or somewhere, it's clarity and also the timing. These two is such an important element when we are being part of that world, and then to express authentically the true voice. So that's what when you feel that bad kibun, and then something maybe need to clarify idea, what we want to express. So write that down exactly. So what do I want to express? Do I want to have them hear my experience, or do I want them to help me, or do I want to offer help? It's just clarifying what really want to express. That's a good, always good to clarifying, and then that will help to boost the kibun. And then you know what? When we are resonating with the good kibun, and the timing is also coming in a good alignment. And then when we are unsure of the bad mood, and then it seems like a timing is also off. We are a whole person. So that's what the kibun, we can use it as a tool to check on how clearly we are communicating with the world around us. The bad kibun, if we are expressing it, but they seems to not understanding or misunderstanding what I was going to say, and then the bad kibun, something we can do is to change the way to express, not their way of understanding. I wanted to have them gain the understanding skill, but it's not the case. That what I can do is to change the way to express, the way to more matching to the outcome that I am intending to express. So that's the throat chakra, kibun. And the third eye, the sixth energy center, color indigo, intuition, intellect, number, logics with the kibun is wondering and curiosity, intuition, kibun. So that maybe if you're very intuitive, like noticing, in other words, empath, or wondering, observing a lot, and then your kibun is resonating to that. If you train the detachment to the kibun and to noticing, observing as an intuitive, getting the information with the detachment, and that's quite a different case. But mostly that what we notice subconsciously, that is bringing as an kibun, mood. I don't know why, but I kind of like low key. Today mood is like low. Being part of that something, maybe from the past experiences, because the past, present, future all happening here now, and then your intuition subconsciously connecting to the particular person from the past, and then that person might be talking to you and then influencing your mood. That could be happening actually. Time and also space, distance, regardless of that, your intuition might be connecting telepathically and influencing that mood. So that's the idea with the third energy center with kibun. What we can use it is to consciously noticing if it's a idea out of the blue popping up someone, and then bringing the good mood. That's awesome, isn't it? And then embody and to enjoy that, to use it for ideal energy. But the challenge is like, not so welcoming, not so welcome energy. It's the bad mood. And then notice it, and then just write that down. What is popping up? What scene or person? What kind of talk popping up? And then is that from your past or possibly happening future? Where is that element? energy is coming. That's something that we can do it now. We have the power at this present moment with this intellectual, intuitive, wandering state with kibun. So that's the resonance that your kibun emotion is alerting that, hey, something is off, subconsciously connecting, maybe deserving attention, and then use it for better. If someone is sucking your energy or with a bad mood as an energy vampire, for example, and then perhaps that create a story and then you can negotiate to transform. Well, thank you for bringing this to my attention. I remember that story and I learned the lessons. And then I chose to take the lessons and not carry it over with me from the future for the future. So thank you. And this become an alert and opportunity for me to shift this dynamic from that energy. And then send a love to if there's a person or the experience or you in the past, and then send the love and appreciation and then goodbye and then move on. That could be an energy shift when the kibun is resonating to an ideal, so-called the negative emotion, kibun, mood. So then seventh energy center, crown chakra color purple with kibun is blissful, blessing. And the oneness. Kibun itself is being part of energy, like whole energy. But it's more of whole energy as in the universe. Divine oneness is also being part of. Oh, thank you. So divine part of that blissfulness, blessed. And if this mood connected, something divine, something energy of faith is totally around, and then being part of it, that's awesome, isn't it? So that openness and becoming more generous and trusting and open to life energy. And if it's the mood is bad, it's bump into the feeling sad information that many of us are experiencing. Unexpected destroying energy is taking over or so. Then take a moment, and that could be happening, and then bring that to here now. Appreciate what we are here with that safe environment under the roof, protected by rain. I am having the rain here, and Mel was having the rain all day. That's several days or so. So appreciate that life and listens and openness. And our life supposed to be up and down. That's the journey. And when we give a focus to the sadness problem, and there's an always sadness problem, and when we focus on joy, love, happy and growth, there's an always happy and growth. And then so it's all about which direction we would like to give attention to. It doesn't mean that ignoring the problem, that's the negative energy. No positive energy, welcome. Well, it's not that positive, negative, we need both, being part of it. Negative energy bringing the information how blessing we are at this moment, and then finding this piece of blessing element and embody it to good mood. And then when we are in a good mood, one with the divine, and we can share with others, including those who went the other side already. So that's what the kibun, being part of the energy, universe, and community relatedness, and then also ourselves. We are not our body. We are with emotions, thought, and repeating patterns, wisdom, skills, and personality, and spirit, and soul. All that is us as a whole person. So kibun is also is wholeness, being part of good mood. So thank you for connecting here. And I would like to pick that card for you if you like to choose voluntarily with the 7 different word combination with the energy. And this, each color. Thank you, Mel. Is this a number? You are so welcome. So if you like, please pick the number between 1 to 7 for me. And then these are the each chakra color with the word, 2 words that I wrote. So I put this in this basket. So the word you picked with the energy center with the word, another word, that aspect of the energy of usage for bettering. That's what I like to share. So anyone want to pick the number between 1 to 7? If you like, please let me know. Four. Okay. So I'm quite unsure. The 4. Okay. How can I call you? Number 4 person. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you pick this character. Home. John. Hi, John. So you pick the home. It's a book. This character itself is the book. And do you see the little line in the center? Without this portion, this character is wood. So binding the wood, the people used to write the letters on wood, like sliced wood. It make it as in a book, so put that one line here, and then this character become book. So the book and the energy. Book of energy is the seriousness, commitment. That's what that meaning. So honki, it's the commitment and serious energy. So the other aspect of life that is powerful, I'm going to pick for you, John. This one. The first color, indigo. I think it's indigo. Yeah, indigo. It is the third eye. Energy center of intuition, intellect, logics, and the brain. And aspect is balance. So the honki, the commitment with the balanced way of thinking, logical, and intuition, using the both side of the brain, Right brain is for creativity, intuition, and emotion. Left brain is for logical, number, and delivery, intellect. So to combine both seriously, to commit to particular goal or intention might be a good reminder for you, John, for the way to use the energy. It's the book of energy. It's just not the 2 pages of paper, but it's the wood-like book of energy. It's like really committing layers of layers of layers. Then remembering the balance is the power, it's the flexibility. The balance in the both right and left brain is a powerful tool to use your energy. Hope it's a useful way to reminding what you can do with the energy and the balancing the third eye, your knowingness and intuition, knowledge, and intellect. Thank you for allowing. That's a new combination. You're welcome. That's a very new combination of the energy word, honki. And sometimes it's an commitment. I'm quite not a big fan of the word commitment. It's like commitment feels like really challenge to be flexible, to change something because you committed. Why you are changing it? But I learned that change is part of our life. So even with go with the commitment, changing some sort of, not the destination, but the way to approaching it can be changeable. I'm just talking to myself. I mean, that's sort of like a paradox that I've been experiencing. Like, commitment, not going to commit to do that, because somehow so connected to not to change because you committed. But that's sort of like a myth. We can be changeable, change it with the commitment, but to get to the destination, unless otherwise, we never gonna get into the destination like circulating, same on, somewhere around there, just driving with no destination. Sometimes we go there just to drive in or just to never know where to go into. But committing to not to stop, committing to continue, that we can use it as a honki. Some water leaking. So yeah, that's what it is. Book of energy. So Mel, would you like to pick the energy word wisdom today? Thanks for the heart. Would you pick the number for me? 3. Okay, I'm gonna return this book also. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ta. Source. It's the gen. With the energy, source energy, our essence, means like wellness. Wellness. So in Japanese dialoguing, we go, how are you in English? To asking, just a greeting, right? In Japanese, people ask, how's your source energy? That's how we ask as an ingredient. How's your source energy? Means genki. How is it? Kigen, genki, genki, root energy, source energy, source energy. This is source energy. And then let me go pick that aspect for that. You're welcome. This one, root energy, is the physical well-being, genki. So how's your physical source energy? And the essence is balance. So the balancing the physical body to maintain the source energy, genki. So genki is the full of energy and physical energy. And when we physically well, and then our mind and our emotion is also one with it, uplifted as an genki. Genki, wellness, well-being. So be sure to grounding. It's like a feet. This is the red physical is blood and the bone structure and legs and the feet. Balance. Yeah, the good feet is connecting to Mother Earth. So I would recommend to barefooted and walk around the nature. That would really gaining the energy from Mother Earth, genki from Mother Earth. So that's a new aspect showing up here, genki. Yay! Well, thank you for joining here, Wellness Wisdom Wednesday. Hope that each week a little bit developing in a better way. All right, well. Oh, great. Thank you for being here, connecting. So let us connect as one energy before closing here to inhaling all the air from the nose, counting 3, hold it 7, and exhaling with 8. We do this 3 times to close here. Ready? Let us take a long, deep breath now. 3, 2, 3. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And exhale. So humid. I feel like 100% humidity, I think. Again, one more time. Let us take a long, deep breath, counting 3. 1 from the nose. Go. 2, 3. Hold it. Keep it. And exhale slowly from the mouth. The last one. When we exhaling with the 8 count, let's say, let all out your energy and connect as one energy under one sky by reminded we are all connected after all. So let us take a long, great, deep breath, counting 3, 1 now, 2, 3, hold it, keep it, circulate it, Feel good. Well, thank you for connecting, John and Mel. Hope you have a wonderful day and week so far. And have a happy rest of that week. Thank you, Mel. And I'm here on Monday, my Monday, US Canada Sunday night, pretty late. So if you are open to Monday, it's the personal power reminder using the reliable information provided by You're So Welcome, John, by a physician, Dr. Mona Lisa Schultz. And then the Wednesday, I share some culture wisdom that I came from, where is Far East Japan. I was raised. So if you like it, please support me and subscribe and follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Ami, Max, Joy, or you can find the link from the bio. Thank you for leaving the heart, retweet some up. I truly appreciate repair viewer if you're still joining me here. And you have a wonderful night and day, and I see you when I see you. Bye. Thank you.